And we are live. And welcome everyone who's supporting the project seedthebooks.org, the book to bring awareness about domestic violence and abuse. And I just wanted to let you know the progress that we're making. We're already going ahead and interviewing experts. And the first one that we will be interviewing is next week, Tuesday, Dr. Neill. If you could introduce yourself and let us know your credentials.
Oh, hi. Um, Neill here. I've been a psychologist for many, many years. And in the last 15 years or so, I've been in private practice. Many of my clients have been women who were subject to domestic abuse and
Mm,
would come in to see me very traumatized and often afraid to take any action.
that's
Uh,
very common, very
and
common.
It's yes, very common. Well, in addition to that, I before I went into private practice, I worked for 5 years on at an Indian reservation, and there the problems were multiplied
Mm,
because so many of the families had members who had been abused in residential schools, and then that carried on to the next generation, and so there were a lot of traumatized people.
and so
in, in
you've
my
had your fair share
yeah,
of patients, yeah.
and um, I began to see a pattern that a great many of the abuse incidents involved alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That is um, that is part of why I got into writing the book, "Living with a Functioning Alcoholic: A Woman's Survival Guide," which has been out for a few years now, and
Oh, great.
and the issue of abuse is um, very important when you're dealing with alcoholism because that's often the direction it goes. And
Right.
my my simple advice to women in that situation is get out.
Mm-hmm.
It just escalates. It gets worse. But that I say that simple advice because uh, it's very difficult psychologically often for a woman to leave that situation because there's a codependency issue, and she has merged her identity with her husband. So
Correct.
it's if she leaves, it's as if part of her dies, and
Right.
and then she goes back, and then it's the same thing again. And often it takes 7 attempts to leave before she finally makes it out of the situation.
You're exactly right because I've been doing some research on this, and 7 times seems to be the number. And so, what we want to do is when we do our full interview, and Dr. Neill will be in the book, we will talk about some steps that women can take, right, Dr. Neill?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great, great. And let us know again the name of your book and how they can get a hold of your book.
Well, the book is available in a PDF on my site, um, uh, www.neillneill.com.
Okay.
Neill is spelled with 2 L's, Neill. And it's also available in Kindle and in paperback on Amazon,
Oh, good.
or you
So
can buy the paperback in Barnes and Noble as well.
okay, great. So if they go on Amazon, all they simply have to do is go in the search bar and type in your name, Neill.
Yes,
Okay,
that will
fantastic.
find the book. Um, and or the title is "Living with a Functioning Alcoholic: A Woman's
Okay,
Survival Guide."
all right.
I am working on another book on the same subject, which will go into more um, more depth on some of the issues. And that should
Okay.
be out late this year.
Fantastic. Well, I thank you for lending your expertise, and I know a lot of people will benefit from this. And, a lot of people don't understand the dynamics of why woman stays. I was in that situation too. So, this is a really, really great interview, and it'll be in the book as well. So, we'll keep you posted, all of you out there who have generously given to this campaign. www.seedthebooks.org. So, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Justine.